first time it's ever going to be the first Monday, the 3rd August 2026. And guess what? It is the last time. If you're joining us on any of our platforms, please hit some fires in the chat. Let's keep this conversation going. And I am so excited today because guess what? This is the first time and the last time we are ever going to have this day, the 3rd of August, the first Monday of August 2026. So that's why I am excited. It's not simply the beginning of a new week, it's not just simply the beginning of a new day. It is an opportunity for us to reset, it's an opportunity for us to focus, it's an opportunity for us to examine ourselves, examine yourself, examine the direction you are moving in, and guess what? And reset for the rest of the month. And our theme for this month of August here at the Firelight Advantage, the Firelight Awakening Community is aligned advancement, aligned advancement. And our focus for this week is align before you accelerate. Align before you accelerate. You know, many people begin Monday asking a question. What do I need to accomplish? What do I need to do? What's on my to-do list? And all of these things. But one of the most important questions you want to ask yourself on a Monday morning is, am I aligned with what God wants me to accomplish? Am I aligned with my divine purpose? Am I aligned with my God given purpose? Because you can be busy, but you are distracted. You can be making progress, but guess what? Moving in the wrong direction. You can be surrounded by opportunities and still miss your assignment. Speed is useful only when the direction is clear. Your speed is useful only when the direction where you are going to is actually clear to you. And that's why the book of Proverbs tells us in Proverbs chapter 16 and in verse 1, it says, commit your ways to the Lord. And guess what? He will establish your plans. The first thing is about commitment. The first order is commitment. You want to commit before you construct. You want to surrender before you strategize. You want to align before you start making progress. And guess what? Faith does not remove planning. Guess what? I've been awake early this morning. I've been planning. I've been strategizing. I've been doing a lot of things this morning to align the rest of the week and the rest of the month. And guess what? Faith doesn't mean that don't write out your plans. See the rest of your month. See the rest of your week. Write it on your board. If you use whiteboard like I do, or you use any kind of planners, write everything down and go ahead and try to align. So once you do that, faith does not excuse you to be passive. It doesn't excuse you to not take actions, but guess what? It allows you to walk from clarity. I host the Clarity Mandate, one of the top podcasts in its category, watched in over 50 countries, and clarity is my thing. I talk about clarity. I want you to work from purpose, not from pressure. I want you to work from peace, not from panic. And this week, I am focused on telling you, let's surrender. Let's surrender. Let's look at, as you begin to start this week, I want to give you a framework. Three. I love to leave people with frameworks because my background is in economics, planning, and all that. And frameworks are some of the things that I do, and I do really, really well. The first thing is surrender. You want to ask yourself, what am I carrying into this week that God never asked me to carry? What am I carrying? Maybe it's fear. Think about it. Fear of the future. Last week, things didn't work. Last month, we are in the 8th month of the year. And the past 7 months have not been so well for you. And you are getting into this week with fear. My brother, my sister, my friend out there, please refuse that fear. Refuse that fear. Maybe you are frustrated because guess what? Some things take long. And on Saturday, just this past Saturday, which was the 1st of August, I got finality on signing a project, on an exciting project that we will be doing, a contract on an exciting project that we will be doing in Africa. It's a long-term project, and it has taken us over 12 months to get to that point. And guess what? Within the past 12 months, sometimes it's like, are we really going to do this? Are we not really going to do this? Are we going to move forward? Between attorneys coming back, correct this section of the contract, go back and forth. But I am excited. It took time. Sometimes I don't know what is being delayed for you, but guess what? In its appropriate time, it's going to come, because I took 12 months just to sign a contract. You would think that is something that you can do in a week, in a month, but it took 12 months to complete for that particular project. Maybe it's the burden of trying to please everyone. Guess what? Many of us are people pleasers. You don't want to hurt anyone. And that can distract you. That can take you from your focus. And guess what? Surrender does not mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop allowing anxiety to take over you, As you get into this week, I want us to get into a week of faith, a week of purpose, a week of refusing to walk in anxiety. Shout out to everyone joining us online on YouTube and on any other channel. We love you. We thank you for being part of this community. And I hope that this week you are waking up to align before you accelerate. Because guess what? This week I want each and every member of our community to be so aligned that distraction will have no space in your activity, in your calendar. It will have no space in your priority. Once you are aligned and you have surrendered everything, refusing to take the things that don't align to your purpose, the next thing is simplify. Guess what? Growth often requires subtraction. Some of us are not lacking in opportunity. We are suffering from fragmentation. We are trying to build so many things at the same time, solve too many problems at the same time. We are trying to respond to many demands at the same time. But guess what? Focus is a form of stewardship. And I encourage you, as you surrender some of the things this week, choose simplicity, choose focus. You cannot give excellence to everything. Not everything will get your attention. I was having a conversation with my teenage sons yesterday, as this month is also a transition month for school kids. Some are going to second year of college. Some are changing schools, going to college for the first time. Some are going to high school and all this. And I was telling them, in this season of transition, as you begin to see the next academic year ahead of you, begin to answer the question, what will get my attention? And for us here, we are talking about aligning before we accelerate. This week, what will get your attention this week? What will you say no? Because guess what? Some opportunities look like they need your time, but they don't. Ask yourself, what are the three most important things that I need to accomplish this week? What are the three most important things? What must be completed? What must be delayed? What must be discontinued? Because there are things that we might have been putting our energy, our effort into, that we don't need to do them no more, because they are not aligned to where we are going to right now. Because guess what? If you look at Jesus, he was surrounded by so many needs. Everybody wanted his time, but he remained anchored on his assignment. What is my purpose in this life? You don't want to allow every kind of demand on your time to kind of direct your direction. Guess what? Staying focused, refusing this distraction is not selfishness. This is stewardship. You want to be a steward. You want to align. You want to simplify. You want to do the things that you need to do. And the most important thing is you want to steward. After you've surrendered everything, after you've simplified, take action. Take action. Guess what? I love prayers. I pray all the time. I drive praying. I pray as much as I can within the day. I pray in the night. I pray all the time. But guess what? Prayer alone will not move. You need to take action. You need to take action. Jesus worked. He says, I've come here to work. Don't take prayers to substitute responsibility. Don't wait for perfect conditions. Because I think about my podcast and some of the things I've really accomplished in life. When in 2012, when I resigned from full-time work as an economist to become an independent business owner and consultant, and I was writing my first project. Guess what? Your small office there, maybe one or two volunteers and a few associates, and it is hard to start competing with the well-established companies that have been there for decades. They have infrastructure, they have departments, they have all these things. But guess what? You just need to start. When I started my podcast, I didn't have the right sophisticated equipment, but guess what? I could record, I could edit, I could do the bare minimum, and I went ahead and did it anyway. So you don't want to wait for any perfect conditions, because as I did all that, guess what? My podcast is watched now in over 50 countries. Guess what? If you look at the ranking, it is ranking really high amongst its category. So you don't want to wait for perfect conditions. You want to get out there and do what you need to do. You might not know everything that August holds for you, because guess none of us knows, but you want to be a faithful steward of one day at a time. You want to take this day, make that phone call that you need to do, complete that application, begin that project that you need to begin today. You want to repair that relationship. I don't know what it is for you. You want to create that budget if that's what is important for you. You want to launch that idea. You want to return to discipline. Return to discipline on some of the things that you have actually abandoned. Guess what? Faithful growth is often built through small steps, small obedience. Because guess what? I love the book of Zechariah. It reminds us that don't despise the days of your early beginnings, because what? Your end will be great. Your end will be great. The steps you take today might appear small. The steps you take this week might appear small, but as long as they are aligned, they are going to produce significant impact. And as we begin to round up, here is your challenge for this week. Here's your challenge for this Monday. Take a sheet of paper. You want to divide it into 3 sections. On one section, write one thing that you're going to surrender. List that thing that you want to let go. Release it. The thing that doesn't serve you no more. The thing you don't need. That fear. That thing that is going to be like a baggage, an extra luggage for you. That distraction, that anxiety. The thing you need to let go. You don't need to go with it into this week. You don't need no more fear. You don't need to walk with that kind of anxiety. You don't need to walk with those kind of distractions this week. List them down. These things I am going to surrender. The next section, write what you want to simplify. Identify your 3 top priorities for this week. What are the things that will really, if you do them this week, you will be excited? I have had a successful week. And in the last section, you want to choose one measurable action. What are you going to steward this week? What will you complete in the next 24 hours? I don't want people to postpone. By the end of today and tomorrow, I can report back on what I've accomplished within this 24 hours. And I want every member of our community to be action oriented, not someday, not when you feel more confident, not when you get more resources, because clarity without actions becomes something else. Another delay. And as you begin to exit out of this podcast, if this has been useful to you, this is the clarity call here on the Firelight Advantage with me, Dr. Vivian Atud. Please like, share some fires in the description. Go to the comment section, comment, like, share this video if it's been useful to you, to align before you accelerate this week. You want to enter this week with faith, with clarity, with discipline. You want to enter this week not ruled by any kind of anxiety, not ruled by any kind of pressure. You want to choose to do what is aligned to your purpose. You want to choose obedience. You want to choose to walk in focus, not fragmentation. You want God to order your steps. You want God to order your steps this this week. Begin to declare to yourself that this week I am going to progress. This week I will align, I will advance without compromising my values. I will take the next fruitful steps with courage, with excellence. I will move in the right direction, because guess what? Movement is great, but movement in the wrong direction is really distraction. I will go this week surrendered, focused, ready. You want to align first and then you advance. So share this message with someone. Please come back tomorrow for another Firelight chat. It's been wonderful sharing with you. Go and align before you accelerate this weekend. I will see you bright and early tomorrow morning. This has been Dr. Vivian Atud, and this is the Firelight Awakening. Thank you.